Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. I want us to talk about something really, really important. Oops. I don't know what is wrong with. Oh man. Gosh. How did we get here? Sorry, guys. A lot of people have been waiting for this topic. It's just that I need the microphone, the view to be stable. So, let us talk about what happened to Namtira. We all need to discuss this. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. I saw that video where student, nobody the papa or the mama of the pikinu, another student like they issue out slaps. Even for my secondary school, those days when CCTV no day, those days when social media no day. Yes, I know we're all bullied to an extent, and we also engage in some level of bullying. But I've never seen anything like that before in my life. I've never seen that level. Yes, they go slap you 2-3 times. Say they slap, they go. On top man matter. Can we talk about that, please? Let us forget wetin they do. Let us talk about why they do am on top man. How old are these children? How old are these children? We need to talk about this. On top waiting. Because person collect your. What could the excuse be? Now, I have a problem with the school. I have a problem with all these butter schools. They too do. And here's my problem with the school. How could that be? Where were the teachers? Where are the counselors? Where is everybody in the school? What were they doing? What were they looking at? Where that thing happened? So take the recorder and video. Where were the children? Sorry, the people that were supposed to be watching over those children. Even if it happened during break time, isn't somebody supposed to be watching them during break time? Now, that girl where they issue slap, Mariama, be waiting be her name. They're supposed to carry that girl for therapy and counseling. No be Niger counseling. Proper abroad counseling. That girl, she did witness something for house, in my opinion. Something is going on in that girl's home. The girl with the issue those slaps is not normal. It's not normal. That girl, they see something for house. Somebody say, no be butter school, your pikin they go. My pikin they go butter school. But no be, there's a level of butter school I will not allow my children to go to. Because let me tell you something. Most of these I will never allow my kids to go to a super rich school. Any school where cost past a certain amount, I don't allow my children to go there. Because most of the parents who send their kids there do not have the time to raise the kids properly. So your children are going to go and meet and hang out with children that have no home training. Forget this, maybe this bullying and slap. I have a child. I'm not going to mention the school, but it's a very popular school, very popular, very expensive, high-end school. Till today, the child is still traumatized from the subtle bullying, not even direct bullying. So if we go somewhere and she sees her friend, she begins to fear. After that, I said, none of my children are going to go. Those high-end schools, I rather put my children. I don't want the lowest school, because then you are going to go and start rubbing mind with people that are complaining about the price of egg. So you'll be having poverty conversations all day. No. Those mid-range schools, no matter how rich I am, I will choose those mid-range schools. Secondary school, something will not pass like 800,000 a term. It's fine. Anything will pass like that. you are going to be mingling your children with the super rich. And let me tell you, the super rich have problems. They see what their parents do at home. They know that their parents are contributing to the school. They see there was one particular boy, they say he slapped teacher. They shout, suspend the boy for 2 weeks. The boy came back. The father bought brand new television for every hostel. Just put brand new television everywhere in all the hostels. How you want to correct that kind of picking? They say two boys like this, scatter one school, scatter the school. They can't call their papa, they can't carry them. Papa just arrived in Rolls Royce. Can't carry two bad picking. So you see, those mid-range schools are schools where butter children, but not butter children where their parents still they count money small. Those are the kind of schools I like. No be butter schools where the parents will say, hey, how much? You will mingle with all sorts of miscreants. On to say, I want my children to have the best. Yeah, they are not going to have anything best. The best of bullying, the best of emotional issues. Someone said this generation of students are enjoying. All these are normal things back in the days. Now, normal thing, but this was a bit much. And in my secondary school, I never see where the slap person reached 22 times. Maybe 5 slaps, 6 slaps, they scatter everywhere. After a while, some people separate them. No matter who the guy is, they will never allow one person to continue. No, I don't give a. Some people go stand up, say, don't do. They'll probably, okay, maybe the person F up, and they need to treat him F up. They go allow him like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After that 6 slaps, somebody will step inside, say, you don't do that, you don't learn. Those 6 resetting slaps collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Me, I counted though. Then somebody will step in, no. Then some people will take up the fight. Say, no, why you go slap him like that? So, before you fit do that one and get away with it, you know they normal. Normally, what waiting they happen na fight. Rakis. Some people go they sport ourselves once the Rakis happen, they want to see who get power pass. They go allow on a rack, but they don't go allow anybody. By the time you don't give us 6 slap, you don't win. No need to argue the matter, go anywhere again. So normal, somebody go step in. You understand? This one, that girl, they're supposed to come out from that girl with it because she has an unnatural power over her mate. Because for everybody to sit down, allow him. I worry. Whose daughter is she? Can we meet her parents? Can we meet her parents? As in, you're a slap person, best not do anything back. You're a slap and they go. They go. I know I was stubborn in school, and I know say my mouth no good. So I know say I chop slap. But maybe 3-4 slap. After that, some people say, leave her, man. You know, say no get sense. So you go, rubber. You understand? As in, what? Forget the girl with the slap. Forget the slapper and the slappy. Those people recording video, man, the whole all of them. They are the same thing. They are enablers. They all come from bad home, if you ask me. How you go sit down? You know even separate. Okay. Let's imagine say person vex you. You give her 6. After that, somebody come between say, don't do now. Okay, leave him. Okay, she don't learn. Leave him. Where was that voice of reason? Where was the voice of reason? There was no voice of reason. They record. Because, Baba, unless you be power mic for school, say, are you strong pass for school? Baba, somebody go pick up that fight. Say, okay, why you do this girl like this? Okay, she collect your boyfriend. Okay, whatever it is she did. He don't do. Waiting we carry. Waiting we throw. Killer Jew. Even if you want to shoot content, which one be that? No, Baba, now me, I'm among the people that first started content when it comes to reporting, when it comes to commentary. Nobody, I mentioned one person that started before me. One person. All this live, all these conversations, all these podcasts, mention one person that started before me. So let me now educate you on, you cannot post that content on any platform and be monetized. YouTube will not monetize it. Instagram will not monetize it. TikTok will not allow it. Facebook will not allow it. So what kind of content is that? So what kind of content is that? Kemi Olunloyo did not start content before me. Video content, nobody started before me. Kemi Olunloyo started around the time I started. You are right. Nedu when he get issue with him wife first, he won't come my make an interview him, ask him. Nobody started this content. What would they do? Nobody. Mention the person, I'll tell you when it starts. When Nedu was first going through his marital problems, I almost interviewed him before 2 years or 3 years later, now he starts his own. When it comes to content, I can tell you the beginning and the end of it in this Nigeria. And I can tell you something about it for free. You cannot monetize that kind of content. Why I think say I no post them for any of my channel? I don't feel post them. Some people will post it and get the accounts flagged. Some people will post it and get the accounts, what is it called? Demonetized. Some people will post it and get the accounts shadow banned. So how is that even content? Now that school, they closed the school down for 3 days. Waiting be 3 days. If you say that pikin go house, go drink sniper, now 3 days when I go they talk. If you say that pikin go house, drink sniper, then 1 week later we can't see this video. Now 3 days when I go lock am because nothing happen. I be waiting be 3 days. Waiting be 3 days. Waiting be 3 days. It's not even about the girl that is doing this thing. We need to get the girl's parents. We need to get all the parents of everybody in that video. Everybody's parents. Oh yeah, come. Come. Why is your child a cinematographer? There was no voice of reason. Nobody even saying, okay, calm down. It's okay. Make even say that they beg him. There was no single voice of reason. Now, waiting, they vex me be that. Nobody gets sense for that whole school. If you even talk at that time, say, no, now, okay, why are you recording? Everybody was just supporting. Then they issued the slap. Then they issue the slap. Then they record. So waiting that get come be mighty God now, Abby. See as the girl even be safe. And they look the girl's face and they vex. I get daughters. I have 3 daughters in the university. They did not wake up and go to university from kindergarten. They went through primary school. They went through secondary school. One is finishing this year. I'm going to have a graduate this year from uni. I had children go to boarding house, average good school boarding house, super butter boarding house. No. So my daughter go did that kind of school. She no go do anything because she done. More they tell ourselves truth. In fact, let me just open the mics. Let's hear contributions. Please don't use the word B-U-L-L-Y. If you use it, I'll remove you. You need to understand that I can't go live for more than an hour because of what I've been going through with the shadow bans and all. So if I bring you live, I need you to respect. If you say, I will not even argue with you. Once you just say any word, I'll say you've used the word you are not supposed to use. I'm sorry, and I'll just remove you. Make all of us the craze. Because I don't talk this thing too many times.
Daddy Freeze.
Hello, brother.
Very well. Greetings to you.
You've heard about the what is it called?
The bully.
The words you're not supposed to use.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead.
I think my personal opinion is I think the parent in question should go to that school because it's not just happening. That's not the first child that such a thing has actually happened to. It has been happening over time and they've not been taking it seriously. They shouldn't just let that go. As far as I'm concerned, my own opinion, they shouldn't let it go. They should take it seriously and also go to that school and try to ask questions. Didn't you call the principal? and to also call the what's called whoever I don't know how it is but the principal should be called out, the teacher should be called out, and the students that lady has actually done such to should be called out also, to also tell them, because that's not the only person that lady is doing that to. They should be called out, and that child should not just say come to social media and seek for forgiveness and that she's sorry. No, it's the word sorry is totally out of it.
It's more than sorry. Sorry, not cut this one.
Absolutely.
It's more than sorry. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Pop my money guns. Support the Daddy Freeze page.
More than sorry. Just fully and think you just wanna say sorry. No. Questions needs to be asked.
All right, we have somebody right there. Hello. This one, I don't know where in the. How do people come to somebody's live and not know that they are live?
It happens sometimes.
All of you, Daddy Freeze, talk about it. There are 500 and something people watching. Nobody's ready to talk. You want only me to be talking about it. That's part of the problem we have.
That child needs serious discipline. It requires that child to be punished for that offense. That child should be punished. Seriously. And she needs to taste what she did. She needs to also taste how it feels to be slapped like that. She needs to also feel it. So that's the truth, because I think that was when I watched the video, I was like, oh my God, this is Ray. During my days in school, of course, that seemed to be normal, you know. The flog us with cane and all that is normal way back when we were growing up. But these days, it's normal. It's not normal. It's not okay for that to happen.
It's not okay in the modern world. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, put on your light.
Okay, let me put on my light.
When you send the request, you should make sure your light is on so that people can see you.
Okay. Hello, Daddy.
Hello, my darling. What country are you calling from?
Yeah.
And tell me what your thoughts are.
I'm actually in Nigeria.
Okay.
The thing is this year, I blame the schools actually, because most of these parents pretend most of the students pretend to their parents, right? Most of the students spend more time in schools these days than they do at home. Most of they come home, it's already
My
evening.
children cannot pretend to me. I will know them.
Most of them are like that anyway.
Parenting. Failure in parenting, if you ask me. How would you not know what your children can be up to?
Most of these parents don't even have time these days. That's what I'm trying to say. So most times I blame the school as well, because the reason we put our children in certain schools is for a certain level of discipline. That's what I feel. Because that's why most of these parents don't even put these children in school because of maybe the money or the butter thing. They put them because, okay, there's this level of discipline that happens in these schools. So I believe that if a child is some type of way, a teacher should be able to tell as well, because that's why the teacher is there. Apart from academic, teacher has to be holistic as well. That's what I feel. So a teacher should be able to tell if this parent is that. The children can't be on break without supervision from teachers. That I totally disagree. Yeah, they can't be on break without supervision from teachers. Because in those videos we saw, most of those students were by themselves. By themselves, during the break, the hallway, everything. What were they doing? So now are we watching, okay, in that school now, is it that the teachers are watching these videos like we're doing as well? They don't know this has been happening.
Thank you very much.
It's like a norm.
My point, exactly.
It's a norm that's been happening. That was why I said we need to call out those people that particular girl has actually dealt with.
My point, because that's not the first time. Yes. Because I saw three different videos, very different videos.
And the freeze, to be frank with you, I think it has become a trend. What has been happening lately for the past 5 years with our young graduates, primary, secondary school, grammar, whatever. There's something about it. They seem to have this anger within them. If you read comment section on a regular basis, you see them displaying that anger by insulting people on comment sections. You will know for sure these guys are. It's like,
I'm telling you, at the experience I'm now.
It's a problem. Seriously. And
Yeah. Because we can't.
when we watched that thing that happened in that school, it's like how I
It's
put
a
it down.
norm. Yeah.
It's a physical manifestation of the way our youth think these days. It's like a display of who they are.
Yeah.
That's what
Like I have a daughter. She can't come home from school. In fact, when she comes, as soon as I pick her up, she tells me what happens. I call myself the other member of their class that does not attend their class. She tells me everything. And once she tells me something, I know what happens. And if it's bad, I have to call the school. So I think parents themselves, on their own part, should actually be more interactive, educate their children as well. Talk to them. Don't just leave them, because this thing begins from home. When you're on, you're trying to make your own best. Yeah, you're trying to make your own better. They go and meet these bad eggs outside as well, and that's where the peer pressure comes in. Thank God.
That thing has been happening to that child, and she didn't tell her parents when she got home
because she's not free with her parents as well. Maybe
something like
she might not be free. She might not be free with her parents.
Man. And that's another thing. The parents are too busy to even have time to spend with their kids, to ask questions about how was your day in school, and can you tell me what's going on with you in school, stuff like that. I think these parents are very busy. That's what I think, because there is no way you have a strong relationship with your kids that he or she will not tell you when he or she went through such, like being beaten by her fellow schoolmates. There is no way, because it rarely happens. I think that the family of that child, they need to actually establish a good relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The relationship is really questionable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they don't have it. They do not have it.
All right. Thank you, brother. Your network is a bit bad. You're in a windy place.
Yeah.
God bless you, bro.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Please help me with exiting. Okay, I've got Tolu Honeycomb here. Pastor
Hi,
Josh. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. My thought on it is schools with that level
Pastor Josh, you are in a noisy place.
With that level of B, usually the school is complacent and the school is aware with that level. Because I went to a school that has, that was this, similar, a lot of that going around, older students, oppress, the younger ones. And when you're in that kind of school, the management is aware. So it's the responsibility of the school authorities to set it straight. If you have that B policy in your school, and everybody knows about it, it's school is completely against it. That's how to curb it. But if you're in a situation where the school, the teachers are aware, everybody's aware, and everybody condones it, that's where you get all the, this kind of situation and now with the advent of social media, they're able to post it online and we can see it. It has always been. When I was in high school, it was the same way. But the thing is, then we didn't have phones. We couldn't post it. So people couldn't see it. But now everybody can see, But it has always been, and it's the school's fault. It all boils down back to school. And it's more painful in a situation where you send your child to a school that is so expensive and you're expecting better, And for your child to be treated like that is very sad.
All right, official pastor. Let's hear from the pastor's side.
Yeah, thanks, dear. Honestly, this type of thing is sad. And it just reminds me of the scripture that says the heart of man is what? Desperately wicked. And, I keep telling people that as long as you are not in Christ, most people don't believe this, but that's the truth. there are certain things that is natural for humans to do. As long as you are not being transformed, anything can come out from you. These are fleshly attributes, wickedness, having to bully others, and all of that. Because the truth is, if you ask anyone who is a bully, they will tell you that it's fun to do it. It's fun. They derive joy from it because there's something that's pushing them to do it. And I'm talking from a personal experience. So personally, I went to boarding house from my SS1, and I had to leave boarding house at SS2. Yeah. And from personal experience, I changed schools three times, from JS1 to JSS3. In boarding house in our days, there's something that we call seniority. Yeah? It is a norm. So if your senior send you message and slaps you, if you go and meet your housemaster and tell your housemaster that your senior slapped you, in fact, your housemaster will punish you. So it was a normal thing. I remember Bovi, I watched one of his, one of his program, and he was presenting, he was talking about the specific thing about seniority, that we've made it a norm. Now, if it's okay for a senior of JSS2 to slap a JS1 and the school is okay with it, yeah, what's now the difference between, them beating each other or, bullying each other in private?
Just be careful with the words. Be careful with the words. They give us plenty trouble.
Apologies, yeah. From doing what they do, you get what I mean? So, I think it's more of a cultural thing. Our society has, enabled this thing. Children will only practice what they see, what they hear, what is a norm, because it's being part of the system. Now, is it going to be easy to eradicate it? I tell you no. And most parents will say, if anybody tries to do what, I don't want to use the word, to you, you stand up for yourself. And that is where cultism starts from. Someone that is being oppressed by, colleagues or senior, we at some point they push to the wall and they will want to revolt back. It will be a group of people that have been, that have been under the category of being, I don't want to use the word. Then they can now gang up and say, this particular person has always been, oppressing us or whatnot. Let us fight back. So if you look at the percentage of those that are in cultism or that participate in all this things in higher institution, they are a victim of this kind of things. So that insecurity comes into them, and they want to be able to fight back and belong to something. So it's sad, and when you watch videos where people jungle justice everywhere, you see a lot of things on social media. These are enablers. And that is why our media also need to be, censored. Because when you see things that is like a norm, it's fun. When people do stuff like that, you want to practice it and see what it feels like. And when you see someone that is not your size or is lower to your size, it's a chain. Someone that is bigger than you does that to you. You look for someone that is lesser so you can also enjoy the feeling. So it's a chain. Remember the scenario I talked about? SS3, we do that to SS2, SS2 will do that to SS1. So it's a chain. You want to have the feeling of lordship. You want to have the feeling that you are also doing the same to somebody. Yeah. So it's sad. So I think it's more of a, regardless of the type of school, either it's expensive, either it's
No, I think it is worse in expensive schools.
It's even worse because I went to a private university, a private secondary school, and the private secondary school was a church secondary school. So I won't mention the name. Yeah, so it was a church, and we're one of the first sets those days when churches started having private secondary school. Were the first set then. So, and it was crazy. It was crazy then. Like everyone, and I remember so many events. At midnight, you have guys coming together, forming cliques to do stuff. At JSS, not senior secondary school now. So all of these things has been in existence from from our time, and the only way it can be eradicated is when there is more scrutiny in the system, and when I say system, I'm talking about the secondary school system. So the educational body, like I said, my body now house master said it's okay. The fact that I even went to go and report to my senior.
That's what I'm saying.
Why
If they're complacent, yeah,
they're
exactly.
complacent. So it's like
If the teachers are
nothing new.
complacent, if the teacher said no, if the teachers have a no B policy and they're very strict about it, they can stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in my school then, there are times, seniors would want to punish juniors, and they would actually go and ask permission, like seek permission from teachers to punish you. And if they get that permission, you're finished.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, sometimes I remember there was a time where they would delegate devotion. So we give you the license. So people must have experienced this as well. The housemaster will give permission to a particular huge guy to slap either a classmate or anybody that sleep during morning devotion. And you see them doing it. So it's the enabling stuff are just there. And I tell you, until all of these things are being checked, it's going to continue, unfortunately. Yeah, it's going to continue.
Sugar.
Sugar, may we hear
Good
from
morning,
you?
good morning, good
morning.
morning. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, I just woke up.
Sugar, send me one headmaster
actually
video
saw that
today.
video.
Still on education. Sugar sent me a headmaster
That's
video.
another topic. That's another topic.
They
there.
say pastor
Let's
won't become
concentrate.
headmaster. For which school
Hey,
we
the
are?
thing is trending everywhere. One pastor. The pastor gave
Hey,
A
no
plus
mention
for
any
head
name.
to-
I know they there.
I didn't mention any name.
The only pastor where I know that Pastor Josh.
I remain humble.
One popular pastor, the video is trending, and the man has A1. No, you need to teach a lot of guys that work because most people are lacking.
Are you
in
trying to
their
tell me that
matrimonial
pastor has powers?
They say no be the
Too
pastor.
much.
They say na
Yeah, I thought say no be the pastor. They say na the pastor because beside you na the pastor, but the pastor lights pass the video we saw.
They say na person will resemble the pastor. Say that person na actor. Say no.
Oh, that person get A1. Oh, hey,
Na
professional.
The woman said na actor. It's not.
But the woman no even shame. She no even shame. She didn't get the person face very well, but her own face was like,
They get that from professional sites. No be real this thing. Now the site.
No, not real. That is real. Now the pastor.
No. Person who don't analyze them now. You don't show video.
They say that the pastor. I beg, show me the one you have. Let me see if we are talking about the same person.
I go. No be. No be.
DF don't even confirm her. DF don't. I know every pastor get power. Every pastor get power. DF don't even confirm her. God give me my own power too. Yes, I have
You don't
power.
get that kind of power.
I get power, sister. I get power. I get because I never measure my own. I never list my own. If I list my own, this phone will break and see which way.
I know they there. There's no be the pastor. They just want spoil
You're
the
asking
name.
me where can they see the video? If you want the video, dear, should I share the video?
No, I don't know about
You say
it.
no, so no.
Let me tell you something. If na me be the pastor, God forgive me. I will say na me. That guy sabi the work.
It's a bit to the
Whoever
work.
do that
I
work,
said, dear,
is
let me say this person a professional. For a man to confirm it, you gonna say that person no dogo.
All right, DF, I think we've changed the topic now. Let me bounce out then.
We are coming back.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be caught in this kind.
What do you mean? No be pastor they do pass. Pastor wait there for pulpit. They think outside pulpit. Wait till they talk. Now blood not there in body.
We have a
It's a
pastor
human
with
being.
us.
Forget pastor of a
Let's
thing.
respect ourselves.
That priest, are you not
Ah,
the
we
pastor?
are drive Pastor Josh.
I
Which
beg you
is
leave that thing.
Which is?
Go chop. Make I leave my tired. I'm telling you, my food chairs. Pastors that they do pass. They sabi everything. Pastors
doesn't want to spoil the sanctity of,
Pastors and lecturers.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
For
They
that
see the
work.
catch one lecturer too. Oh yeah, you don't
Those two
do.
people, pastors, lecturers.
You don't do.
So, DFA, you see this thing, this video trending today, This thing happens a lot. For real. Like, the last time my son, I think last year, my son came back and said somebody tried to do that to her, to him, and later that he left their crew. Then later, the next day, they were having devotion, and the person came and stepped on his toe without saying sorry. And when he looked at the back and was like, "Why did you do this?" And the person did like this to him. You know? So my son came back and told me, I was so angry. My husband was like, I did not raise a weak son. So if somebody do something to you, retaliate. It's called self-defense. Then I put my mouth, I told him,
self-defense. So,
it's self-defense, yes, it is. Honestly, I told my son, you have to. You don't let somebody beat you for no reason and you don't retaliate. Who are you? They will continue to do that to you until you buy. You don't know. So I told him, and he now told me, Mommy, that because there was a teacher coming, when the person did it, there was no teacher. So he want to retaliate when there is no teacher. So after 2 weeks, my son targeted this person for 2 good weeks, and he did back. And I know my son, when he do his own is even worse. The principal has to call me and call my husband. Schools, they were calling, even the parents of the boy he retaliated with, like he did back, they all called me. And everybody were there in the panel. I said, it's self-defense, because sometimes they used to do that because of our skin color. Mostly we that has this kind of color. The lighter ones, they want to overshadow you. And I used to tell my kids, if you come back home telling me somebody did this to you and did not do bad, that day, you know, go chop. If they do you one, do them two. That's how I teach my kids. Do them two. Don't take it for granted, because if they do you overlook it. I'm telling you, they won't give up. You're giving them strength. You're telling them to come back tomorrow. But if they do you and you do back, they will use their tongue and count their teeth. They will never come back to you again. My son did back. Now, my son is he's so tall, like among all his class. You know, here, everybody based on your age, they're all in the same class. Everybody in my son's class, they're all in the same age bracket. Some other people might be senior 2 or 3 months or late 2 or 3 months, but they are in the same year. So they are all in the same year. They are taller. Somebody who you are taller.
Another video, don't they reach me now? Hold on.
Keep quiet.
Another video. This time that boy, everybody. But at least this one person they try stop him.
My son have to know how to fight though.
Another video is now trending.
He has to.
But you know,
but come in this school, international school, why do they speak Malo language there?
I don't know.
Everybody there is now Malo language. You know they hear the English.
There's a thin line between being the victim and
my sister. If you tell your kids somebody hits them in school, don't beat back. If anybody train their child like that, you are not a good parent. I'm sorry to say this. Tell your kids, if somebody do you one, do them two. That is who I am. Do them too. Let police come. 911 should come. We'll settle it once and for all. As long as I'm not the first, I did not start the war first. I have a case.
No.
As long as I'm not the first person to do it. If you do me one and I do you two, it's self-defense.
No, there's also in law. Hold on.
There's
There's also something I need to warn you people about. In law, there is called retaliation in equal measure.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
If I slap you and you punch me, it's no longer retaliation. No. Equal, then you can sue me. Now me slap you, but you can't punch me. I can sue you. So you have to be careful what you teach your children. No.
True. Yes, it is better. No, you like the video you saw. The girl she just sat down like a tree that doesn't move.
But you see, as she sat down like a tree that doesn't move, the whole of Nigeria is fighting for her. Hold on. The whole of Nigeria is fighting for her. We also have to take that into consideration.
I don't want that.
Tolu, I don't know. The whole of Nigeria now is fighting for that girl.
I don't want
They mean if not just fight, the two of them fight. As the girl slap your own back. Therefore just die the matter. It is what it is because the girl did not raise her hand back. And that's what I think we should teach our children.
True. No, yes, don't do that. You know, that's my daughter's thoughts. And I always tell my daughter, don't do that.
Let me tell you, the reason why, I don't know if you agree with me, Tolu, the reason why this matter is the way it is because that child did nothing back.
It's because the silence, yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's because the silence. If you know, it get waiting person. If somebody would do you like that, and you retaliate, and you go retaliate. Your own retaliation will come past waiting the person do you.
Especially all of that way they abroad. Now let me tell you something. Imagine as the girl they slap and the girl they slap and the girl they slap and the girl she just push the girl fall down by. It don't turn another thing. It don't turn another thing.
There are scenarios like that.
No be scenarios. I have seen it before. That's why I know they fight. If person slap me even for public, I will not leave him. Maybe police report him to police, carry him. Make police deal with him well, according to the law.
Yes.
Because if you slap, Baba, let me tell you, do you know how many people are in Kirikiri today because they slap person? Or they slap person
because
back.
Slap them, they do back. Because
let me tell you, I know I read a story where the guy slapped him. As he slapped the guy back, the guy slipped and fell and hit his head. Finish. How many people do you want to gather there and tell you were there?
Therefore, this teaching, well, everybody teach your kids.
No, you have to be careful. You have to be careful.
Where you live.
In as much as you are teaching your children fight for yourself.
As long as I'm not the first person to start the fight, you started it. You hit me first, I will overlook it. You hit me again.
Baba, well, even let me tell you, even if video day, they go say that push. You know, academic debates, it will be based on a judge's decision. The judge can sit down and say manslaughter. Mm-hmm. The judge can sit down and say, okay, leave away. Manslaughter, I go still go 8 years. Tell you, do you know how many people are in prison today?
I don't know what is good and what is bad anymore.
Don't encourage your children to fight back. Oh. Encourage your children to talk. That's what is important. That's what the world needs now. The government will fight on behalf of your child. Let the child record. Let there be evidence. Encourage your children to gather evidence. If man force you, do you understand? The first place you are supposed to go to is a hospital. Go and take a test. Let them see, say true, inputting something inside. Teach your children, instead of teaching them to fight back, teach them how to gather evidence. Teach your children how to gather evidence. So that it will not just be mouth.
Some people are saying, walk away. Let me tell you, they will do you today, you walk away. Tomorrow you give them.
Nobody say walk away. Make a report.
People say walk away on the comment section. They will come back the second time, you walk away. Let me tell you, this is what I did. When I came to Canada, my first job when I was going to school, this is how Filipino people dealt with me. I keep walking away. Let me tell you people, because if you don't have an experience, if you've not experienced things like this, you will not understand what is going on. A lot of them, they fly from one ear to another. If you witness this, see how painful, how depression these people will put you into, you will not tell your child to walk away. Honestly speaking, I just remember a very sad story. These people dealt with me at the office. One bad thing about these people, if I remember this thing, I feel like crying. Because these people, they are so united. They are so connected. Filipino people. If you walk in this floor, you go to another floor, you're still going to meet some of them. And they will tell them story. What happened about you? And they will continue from where the other people stopped. This is what these people do. They did this thing. I walked away the first time. I walked away. I remember my last fight. My last fighting was in Port Harcourt that year. Not today. I fought in the public early morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. I came. I was working in Gents Law as a receptionist. I came to work. I have the key. I opened the office. I beat this girl to hell. She's dating a policeman. She called the police for me. They came to the office and they picked me up. So after that, they said I was not going to do this thing again. I came to Canada. These people bullied me because of my skin color. Who are these people bullying me?
Don't say they did it to me. Just code it because of Instagram problem.
These people did this thing to me, the Filipino people. Okay, I report to the management. I walked away. How many times will I even walk away? Until I left that office till today, that's when I have peace. Then, and anywhere you go, you meet them. So when I now met them, my auntie was like, I'm a be smart. If you keep running away, you work in 100 companies, and anywhere you go, you must meet this set of people. Stand on your feet. And I say, if I bring my Niger life to these people, they're not going to like me. Police, I will get record, which I don't want to have a record. I have to maintain. Then I just let peace reign. But you can't teach your kids to continually walk away. How long? If you experience this thing, you know, go to your picking, make you walk away. I'm telling you the gospel truth. This thing, it pain more than any other thing. Nothing pain past this. He cannot do anything. I stand like this, look these people. This one will come talk, and they will lie against you, put allegations on you. Because of your skin color, then go say, blah, blah, blah. Then go judge it in their own favor. And you go lose, knowing that you come back, you pray to God, thank God, you know how it is. That is it. And I move on. I want me to tell my kid to follow this same style. You know, go walk. Like, my daughter is the one behaving like this. My daughter will tell me, Mommy, this happened, this happened. I just went to my teacher and I reported to my teacher. My teacher called her and questioned and all that. The principal made peace among us. But my son is a no-no. If he beats my son, I always tell them, even in school, when we go to teachers' conference, I tell them, anybody that looks problem for my son will retaliate. It might not be this year. This boy, they forget. If my son no do
now that is very bad. Hold on.
I'm telling you, they let go.
Hold on, Destiny. Let me school you here. If person slap you, you slap him back. Now provocation. If you go house, come back, is now premeditated. Not teach your son the thing we go send him to prison. No. Make I on this light. See, as you dey like this, if you slap me, I slap you back immediately. Now provocation. If I go house for 5 minutes, come back, is no longer provocation, is now premeditated. So this one where your son go wait 2 weeks, you dey set that boy up. Oh. Me, I will advise you. I will advise that instead of retaliation, he takes evidence. But if he must retaliate, it must be on the spur of the moment, then and there. And his retaliation must never be more than what was dished out to him. So it is a blow for a blow, a slap for a slap. A blow for a slap. Don't
go.
If you go home, come back. Now premeditated. You thought about it. You had enough time to think about it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So you've got to be very, very careful. That I get you for mine, I go do you something. Hey, it did dangerous. Let me tell you, enter your bedroom. You see a man on top of your wife. On the spur of the moment, you snatch fan, you break her for her head, the man pie. You might walk. But the moment you get out of that room, close door, go bring something. It don't turn premeditated. It's no longer provocation. It's now premeditated. Because he had the time to go home and think of a strategy. So if anything happened to that guy, say in wound or in pie, they don't go talk, say they slapped me 2 weeks ago. No. Sure, you get what I tell you.
Yeah, you make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. You make a lot of sense. Yeah. You know, sometimes you want to retaliate, but there is no opportunity. You'll be like, oh, I will do back. Me, if I do it at work, if you step on my toes at work, I won't come fighting you or beat you. I will use another way and get back to you. I will get back to you one way or the other. I'm not coming physically. No. If you make any bad error or anything, I will be the one to write about it. I will get back at you one way or the other. I'm not there for fighting. No, that one I don't pass on. The last time I fought was so many years ago in Nigeria. But now, no more fighting. But there are so many ways to kill a rat. There are so many ways to get at you. There are so many ways. But for my son, you said it all. Keeping like grudges and sleep over it 1 week or 2 weeks and you come back with your own. True, it is very wrong. Honestly wrong. If somebody hits you that moment, beat them back. Beat them back that day. No waste time. No come back house, they cry for me, tell me, say, person, do you this? I no go take them. I go beat you on top of it. Beat back immediately. Come back. I'm happy that sometimes they will call me, your son do this, your son do that. I will be like, thank God, no be me, they report. Now, the other people, parents, they report.
Now, let me advise all of you who are young parents. The live is going to end, so I'm going to come right back. All of you who are young parents that have children in secondary schools, the first thing you must ask before you drop your children off is, what are your anti-bully principles and policies in this school? If they do not give you a satisfactory answer, take your child someplace else. What are the anti-bully? What are the anti-bully measures in place? What are the measures in place? What do you have planned for our children? If they don't have a satisfactory answer, take your children away from that school. Okay? I'm going to end the live on Instagram and come right back in a moment. Don't you go anywhere.
I'm still sitting here waiting.
Oh, yeah, I'm bringing you back.
Going no.
All right, we're back in a moment. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. All right, we're right back. All right, I'm sending requests out. Can I see you guys?
See how we did it? So I got the whole thing there. Oh, that's fun. And then go to your hair from there. And then go to the trim. That's very nice.
Nice.
Amarachi Bella. All these guys, look, they use girl accounts. They send requests. Welcome back. Sugar Destiny. If you're watching on TikTok, pop my money guns. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Are you back? You're looking fine today.
Yes, I was sick.
What happened to
911
you?
picked me up. EMS has to pick me on Friday. By this time on Friday, I don't know. My system seems like I was shutting down. Honestly speaking, I I just shut down completely in my house. I was so lucky, and I was myself, just with my 3 years old baby. The toddlers are in school. My husband has already gone to work. I woke up. Before then, I was having this pain around my neck area.
Around
And
your
I
navel
felt
area.
my neck.
Okay.
Around my neck, like around this area, but more especially on the left side. So I felt maybe it's the way I slept. Maybe, I slept in the wrong way, and that's why I'm having this pain. So the pain continues. See, I was like, let me go and see my family doctor so I can maybe I can go for X-ray or something. The pain now left the neck side and come directly at the ribs, my left side of the ribs. I can't raise my arm up. I can't even turn. I can't stretch. For like 2 weeks now, I've not worked out because of this pain.
You don't need to work out.
So
Just rest.
I
Give
woke
yourself
up.
rest. May not by yourself.
I've been resting. I only work 3 days a week. 4 days I'm home. I only work on weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday to Thursday, I'm home. Either I'm cooking or I'm just relaxing, watching my Netflix, or checking my businesses. That's it. I don't really leave the house until I felt this pain, like I shut down. It's like, I don't know. Will I say partial stroke? God forbid, it's not for me. Like part of my body, one side, the left side, I can't stand, I can't walk, I can't even lie down, I can't even move. I was losing my speech, I was losing my breath at the same time.
So what was diagnosed?
Around, I called my auntie.
What was diagnosed?
No, really, they said it's muscle tightening.
Oh, okay.
Not muscle tightening. Okay. So I have a massage. My massage is supposed to come that Friday before the incident. So she shifted it today. She's coming out very soon. My massage person will be here. So they said it's muscle. I still have a ultrasound to go. I've done S3, all blood work, BP, everything is okay. So I say, God, I didn't go to work last weekend because of this pain. So, but now I'm still on pills. My medication makes me so drowsy, so I can't even drive. So I'm okay now, to the glory of God.
All right, we've got other people here with us.
I do. I take vitamin D every day and zinc and vitamin D. I take it every day. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Lai, Chief Lai, how are you doing, my sister?
Okay.
Our network is bad, though.
Okay, you and good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you doing?
My own network. Is it my network?
Ish. But we can hear you. Go ahead.
This has happened to my children before. One of my son. Can you hear me?
Yes.
One of my son in school. So I bought him PS5. Like I'm just saying the story, PS5. So his friends were not gossiping about it's like Emmanuel mom bought him a PS5, blah blah blah. So on birthday. I don't know if they planned it and so when it comes, we are going to beat him. I don't really know what really happened. So the next day Emmanuel went to school and like more than 15 boys. They said, I don't know, they said that is what they normally do. But this one is more than that is what they normally when someone is celebrating birthday, they will have to eat you and like beat you to celebrate you as happy birthday. But that beating was more than that. They removed belt, removed shoe, they beat him till like they beat all his
careful with the words. Careful with the words.
Okay, yeah. Okay. They hit him, like they injured him. I was like, why the eating? Like, why do they do all those things in this school? And the school authority, when Emmanuel came back to home, like his body, his nose, his face was swollen. I was like, why? He said some group of boys beat him. Why did they beat you? He said he don't even know. They just came and they pushed him to one class and they beat him. And they started beating. He was trying to defend himself. Was it not? I asked him, was it not teacher? He said there was no teacher. The teacher was passing. Like, then I went to the school myself and I said I want to see the boys, the parents, the boys' parents. So they brought everybody and Some of them were saying that this is what they normally do, that they joined one court, I don't know, in school, that the court they joined the school, that is why when anybody is doing birthday, they will beat the person. So I was like, no, that kind of thing. I never said that kind of thing once. This kind of beating is kind of, I think nowadays children, what I noticed nowadays children, the way they do things, I don't know, maybe nowadays children, they gossip or they vex for each other. Like the anger rates of nowadays children is kind of much. But what I would tell parents, don't teach your children to beat back, to eat back. When people eat them, or when they should not even give them that impression, that look for someone to even come and say won't bully you. May your face, may your look not get that kind of look for somebody to say want to come and bully you. So you just teach your children how to defend and not to accept bully. That is it.
Okay, thank you very much, my sister. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dr. John J., make I bring you and Linda so I can hear from you guys. All of you want to watch. You want to be in the comment section. You don't want to talk. Tolu, is that you?
That is Chris.
Hey, the doctor. Sibarito. I'll call Miss Sokoye for you now.
May she come be me.
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts?
No, my own is simple, and I have a son. He's been bullied before. They've done this to him before. Actually, he had told me about it until one day I went to watch, you call it inter-house sports, and I saw one boy hit him in the head, like hard hit, and my son just continued walking like nothing happened. That's when I knew I had a problem. So what did I do? Here's what we do. First of all, I enrolled him in karate. That's first of all. Let him just be there first. And then this is the instruction. When they hit you once, you report to the teacher. You tell me as always. I address it. The next time they hit you, you hit them back the same way, or you restrain them. Since you've been doing karate, you restrain them and you say stop it, or you hit them back the same way and you report again. There's no coming back. There's no walking away with us. So the first one is you walk away to go and report.
Yes.
But the second one, we're hitting back with the same measure or restraining with strength. And personally, for them.
What if the child is back and something happened?
We're outside now. That's why we do karate. If you hit back, then you don't turn to. There's no. Listen, in this country, let me just speak for where I am, where I've been. If they get you more than once, and your reaction is always to walk away, it will never stop. I said when I went there, I saw my son hit in the head, and the boy just continued walking like nothing happened. That one touched me. It touched me. So the next week we joined karate, and now we are strong. And now when they hit us, we report. When they hit us the second time, we hit back, and they never hit us. They never hit us.
Way to teach them to get. They should have that impression, like when people see them. You know, there are some children. They think when you bully them, you can bully this one. It does not talk. It's a calm person. It's a quiet child, so it does not talk. Let's go and look for. Teach your children not to be quiet. Let them speak out. Let them know how to defend themselves. If you curse me, you're mad. Don't try it next time again. Teach them how to speak, how to talk, to defend themselves, so that when people see them, they cannot bully them.
Madam, apart from that, teach your son not to bully people too.
Definitely, that's what I'm saying.
That's what we don't do. We're always teaching the people not to be victims. We don't tell our own.
We don't tell ourselves the truth.
Yeah, we don't tell our own.
Yes, we don't tell. Yes,
we tell girls. We tell girls don't tell.
Okay. When you see something,
say that you wanted to say something about girls. Let me hear that. Sorry, hold on 1 second, my sister. Go ahead, brother.
No, I mean there's too much focus on the victims and preventing people from being victim. I'm talking about We tell girls, dress properly. Don't go there at night. We don't tell the boys, don't. No is no.
No is no.
We need to do more. Yeah. And I was attacking that pastor that came because I don't like pastors generally. Why don't they make a point of it in church? Because the people where they brush the children for school, then they go church. Why they know they tell them for church? They make them know they beat person, tell their parents. It's responsibility of everybody.
But if you see some people's children, some people parents, you will just see their children in them.
Huh?
Some people parents, once you see the parents, you will see the children. Like you will see the children, you will see the parents. That this charity begins at home.
Sorry, I don't know what you're saying. I don't understand.
No, she
meant you are just an ISI boy.
She meant to say that.
I don't understand.
She meant to say that when you see some parents, you would just see their children character is written all over their faces.
Yeah.
You know, that charity begins at home. If you see a child who is well trained, if you see the parents, you will see, oh yeah, I'm not surprised. This is your mom. Do you know what I mean?
I understand that.
That's what she's trying to say.
But this that's not enough. You can't use that to explain why kids do these things at school. You have to actively tell them, because kids grow, they become big, they feel like I cannot do this. It's just natural. Kids, that's why they are children. They are not. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to cut you. Do you know why what she's saying makes sense to me somehow? Some kids, if you are from a godly home, like, you know, let me not use the word godly. Everybody's from godly home. If you are, there are some homes that when you see the child do some certain things, or you'll be like, oh yeah, I know their mom. You're not surprised about it. Okay, that was a course that was supposed to take place in my daughter's class. I think then she was in grade 3. It's all about poverty, like body growth and all that. So the principal got to us, our parents, if you want your child to participate in that class. So my husband read the letter and was like, my daughter is too young to be in this class, to tell her about mothers, growth. She's still very young to know all of that. So some parents, said no, they don't want their child to be in that class at this stage because they're still very young. So I was one of those people that said, no, my child shouldn't go into this class at this age. So do you know what happened after the class? 2 days later, one of the girls that was in the class that participated called my daughter and was still telling her all of those shit that they were told in the class.
Language.
DF, I'm sorry.
Let me just interrupt. Obviously, children, parents' character reflects on their kids.
Absolutely.
She's 100% right. But I'm saying we cannot leave that alone. If your parents are nice, you not beat other children. No, it doesn't work that way. Children grow and start to have minds of their own. The brain.
Most of their minds, they pick it from school.
The brain
peer
of
pressure.
Exactly. Now you're talking. The brain of the human keeps developing until you're 18 and beyond. Many things can be happening to you. Puberty, you can discover you're strong, you're bigger. So whether your parents are GO, godly, daddy freeze, anything, you can still go out and be a bad child. So we need to actively, we can't assume.
Please, they should on the journal.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, so
somebody said in the comment section, Ugoma, so she said, Ugonna, that grade 3 is not young. At grade 3, my child is just 8 years at grade 3. So a child in a grade 3 to be hearing such thing, how a child is made, how they make babies, what mother and husband do and make babies. For me, a child of 7 to 8 years child is too young. I don't want my child to know that at that age. I am so sorry.
You don't want to know what?
How babies are made at 7 to 8 years child. Why? There are so many other things to teach that child instead of how babies are made.
You're taking us to another place again.
I'm responding to somebody. Sorry. Okay. I'm responding to somebody in the comment section.
Okay. No, but listen. Anyway, that's another topic for another day.
Absolutely.
That's topic for one that if he's begin to talk, absolutely. He's not here anymore.
I'm not going to here. I don't want to talk the one who will put me for trouble.
Absolutely.
People think it's every parent that allow their child to have access to internet. My kids' TV on YouTube has restriction. My kids cannot type any of those sex word and it will appear on their computer. My husband did it in a way that things that can bring up on my kids, they all have computer, but they don't have access to any of those naughty things. Sorry. So if you don't know it, ask me and I will tell you how to program your kids' computer. So if my child want to do anything regards to that, it will ask for a parent's permission. I will get the alert on my phone that my child is trying to do this and it needs permission for her to do that. Since she doesn't have permission, she don't have the code, so she can't. My kids' iPad, everything is customized. They can't see anything on internet. They don't go to school with phone. They don't have phone. What they have is laptop. Their dad said they need to study with it, and that's it. My kids don't have phone. I'm so sorry. We use Alexa as a phone. The Alexa is customized. They cannot call any other person apart from me and my husband. That's the only people they can call with Alexa. So I don't know how you raise your kids. If you give your kids internet, I see a lot of people, their kids have access to internet. They play all kind of game. It's a no-no in my house. My husband restricted it because they're still young. They don't have to know all of that.
Baby Fizz has internet. And they try and monitor her from time to time, but I also believe in allowing children to learn responsibility by themselves.
Yeah.
Dr. John J., what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, we are now going to a different topic entirely, right?
And we are ending here.
Okay. So, you said you're...
Wigs addiction, thank you so much for the money gun. Let me say thank you to person who popped my money gun. Go ahead, Dr. John J.
You're saying at age 7 and 8, they should not know about that stuff. I think that's inappropriate. I think from like
7 years.
But I think by like age 3 and 4, you should let them know the body parts, let them know the real names. This is the problem with this. This is why a lot of us, I'm using myself and that is. That's why we're having sex. Okay. That's why we're doing things and not letting our parents know because they didn't talk to us. They will say, don't talk about it. It's too early. You shouldn't know. They are children. So when we learned it outside, we learned it from our friends and we're doing rubbish because our parents won't talk about it. I don't think it's too early. I think from age 4 to 3, let them know what this thing is. Don't say pee, pop, bum. Tell them what it is. So that they can.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes they know the names. What I'm telling you, how to make babies. Are you going to teach your 7 years baby what you do with your wife to have her?
Let me finish.
Are you going to teach them? You just put bluefin for them, make them watch them. You don't need to teach them. At 7 years. How am I going to stand up at 7 years and tell my child, this is what I and your
Let me
dad
tell you
do?
a joke. Let me tell you a joke. Let me tell. Hold on. Everybody, silence in the house. Let me tell you a joke I read when I was in secondary school. Parents had 2 kids, Billy and Bobby. Billy was 10, Bobby was 7. So the time had come to teach Billy about the birds and the bees. You know, that's the code they used to use to teach them this thing, the birds and the bees. So after like 5 grueling hours, they shall manage teach him. Bobby was the older one. He can't remain Billy, the younger one, who go can't teach Billy. The parents were too ashamed. The parents can't say, yeah, Bobby, teach your younger brother what we taught you. Now Bobby look Billy, say, Billy, you know what happens in daddy and mommy's bedroom every night? How they be making noise? Billy said, yes. It's exactly like that with the birds and the bees. Pick it where you want teach, no pass you. Pick it where they embarrassed to teach. He know waiting. The 7-year-old already know waiting they happen. Let me tell you something, eh? As long as you allow your children to sleep in your bedroom, do you allow children to sleep in your bedroom?
My kids have their rooms.
Have they ever slept in your bedroom before?
Never.
They have.
Never.
They have.
They've never slept in my room. I'm the one going
it's
to their room.
It's only in Nigeria that you allow your children. Abroad, you can actually get into trouble for allowing your children to sleep in your bedroom.
Oh, really?
I don't know
about that. Yeah, in some parts of the world. Oh, yeah.
I live in abroad. I don't know about that.
If you are sleeping in my bedroom, am I going to go to the bathroom to change? In my bedroom, I'm free. I can take off my clothes. I can walk around unclad. Do you understand what I'm
Yes,
saying?
you can actually change your closet. If you have a walk-in closet like me, my closet is like a bedroom.
Your
it's like one
bedroom
room.
is
I
your.
change my
Hold on.
closet.
Your whole. Why are you changing your closet? Are you in my bedroom?
Because that's if
Wait,
for me, my clothes
if you
are
come to
hanging. I
visit
close my
me,
closet.
hold on, Sugar Destiny, you come to visit me, and they say that the refree is in his bedroom, and you come and first to my bedroom. I say you want to change, I can tell you to enter the walk-in closet to change. Why should I be changing in my walk-in closet? Instead, my children should go and stay in their rooms.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Especially when they are very young. When you have grown children, sometimes when you have teenagers, you have to boss them. I've saved so many situations by busting my children.
Yes.
I know they look.
do
I know
that.
they look. Waiting you get for body where I want look.
I swear, I will bust your room, enter.
Waiting you get for. I know say abroad you not fit try am, but for Nigeria,
Nigeria.
Aba, especially when you see the most deadly time now when they are from that kind 14 to that kind
To 16.
18. By 18 they don't they get sense. They
18,
don't they get
they don't
sense.
get sense.
By 17 some, by 16 some. You know children mature differently.
Yeah, differently.
Bye bye. Waiting I go through with raising children.
Let me just say this, anti-sugar.
They go, sorry, children go cut. One day a day outside, they knock. They were doing something bad. By the time they open the door, they don't clear the evidence. I can't look like idiot. I said, but I saw this. They said, no, you didn't see anything. They just and they will cover for themselves. The next time I know I'll knock any door. As I tear the door open like this, we they run for cover. I just catch. I say, yes, that's it right there. Bring her. The first time I did respect. Wait, so that 1 minute when they form like say that they change, they not change anything, no.
How about the girls?
Now it's they talk. They go hide that evidence. They go just quickly hide, and then you went and say, I saw you. They say no, and they go cover for children. They feel fight themselves later, but against mommy and daddy, they are a tag team. They will not cover themselves. So Dr. John J, you are my guest. Go ahead.
Let me first repeat that bullying, that oppression part first, right? This is the approach that we use that has worked. My son was bullied, proper bullied. And in my son's case, he had speech delays, so his own problems were even many, right? This is what we did. When they hit you once, you run, report to the teacher. Report to me, I send an email to the teacher, we address it. When they hit you the next time, you hit back. The same place they hit you, you can hit a little harder, but it must be the same way they hit you, or you restrain them. But the same place, if you hit your head, you hit his head back. If you slap your face, you slap his face back. That's the approach. Then anti-sugar destiny. Let me just say this.
Oh, they have not bought me my 60.
Anti-sugar destiny. Let me just say this to you with my full chest. Anything you don't want your child to learn outside, teach them at home.
Teach them at
home. The other one that you are saying you are covering your internet, they cannot do this, they cannot do that.
Yeah.
They will learn in school. Oh.
I'm telling you.
You don't want them to learn.
They will learn it, but this is not the time.
I allowed you to talk.
No, that's why. How old are your children?
Auntie, wait, 8 years old. She has an 8-year-old. She said 8-year-old.
My baby, she's 9. And I have a 7-year-old.
9.
And I have 3 years old. Yes, 9 years. Wow. I've told her the ones. Do you know what I've told her already? 10 years, then I will be very blunt to her. Myself, my mom did not teach me about these things when I was that younger. So, but the generation now and then is not the same. I'm sorry, I can't be proud enough to teach my 9-year-old how I made her. I'd rather put the movie, let her watch it.
No, you don't need to tell her. You don't need to tell her they hang your leg. You all talk, say they put this inside this thing. This thing called release inside this one. Now, so you don't need to tell them how they made sugar destiny. If we begin to look how you make your children, that your first one will be dog you. May your second one be missionary. You know we teach them all those
things. She will know. She goes to school. She mingle with people. She comes home and she tells me a lot of things. Once somebody tell her anything, she'll come back home. Mommy, I want to get clarification about this. Can you tell me about this? Tell me more about it. If it's something I will need to tell her now, I will sit her down. Only two of us, I take her out to go to Tim Hortons or McDonald's. We sit down and I will tell her things she needs to know. But they are the ones that are bigger than her. I will tell her, you will know, but not now. You're still young for it.
Auntie Sugar.
Brother?
Your daughter does not come home to tell you everything that happens. Don't.
She do.
I can 100% tell you she doesn't tell you everything. But let's go with
I can 100% tell you that she does.
Okay. Let's agree to disagree. Now you said she's 9 years old.
She's 9.
She's only like 1 or 2 years away from starting to be a woman.
Yeah. Right? She's 9 years, but she has a flat chest though. She doesn't have anything yet. All of those things, she's not started developing yet.
Okay, well, at the end of the day, everybody will do what they think is right. Exactly. So it's okay. I rest my case. I think.
All right, guys. I want to bring a lady who is going to share her story. So first thing I'm going to say is thank you, guys. Thank you all for coming.
Okay.
Dr. John J, I'll be back later on tonight. Our Canada versus Nigeria debate.
That topic is not entire you.
Baba, if you see my DM, if I do Canada, I can do Canada, Nigeria every day for 1 year. And it will sell out.
Canada, Nigeria, they fight though.
It will sell out.
That's not they tire you.
You know, not be me. The way my DM take the fool. The way my DM.
Canada. Which part of Canada you, sir?
Which brother said that one?
God forbid, Dr. John J. No, they come Canada. I reject it for him.
Oh no, you are the one. You are the one against it that you cannot travel to a place that will take you 2 days to get to Nigeria. Was it you?
I'm not against anything.
I reject it for him, sir. Okay, they America, they making money, JJ.
If you have to travel 2 days to get home, you don't far with that. That's what
okay, I don't understand that. That means you won't go to Australia or don't visit Australia.
No.
You go sleep for road tire.
To live there, to live somewhere that it takes you 2 hours to 2 days to get home. So if my mama call me and say something there now, it's far. But I'm not against it at all. If money is right, anybody can move anywhere. So if you don't get me for mine, no wonder. Auntie, I'm sorry.
I don't get you for mine though. I thought you live in Canada because I'm in Canada. That was why I asked.
I'm joking.
Nothing concern me. Whether you like them or you don't like them, me, I live in Canada with my full chest. The cold, then that the freeze makes me one-on-one, that the freeze is a fair person. Now the way that they make me, they jolly, they glow. That the freeze scream, that the freeze brought his hand as an half-caste man.
Wait, they just
comparing me with him.
Well, now only you, where I know for Canada, when you're like that. Everybody else get freezer born.
They make me the jolly.
Everybody else for Canada get freezer born. You know that when you put meat for freezer for long, where go the green for one side?
Yes, go the green like bole.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. Dr. John J. We see later. Laye, Sugar Destiny. We see later. All right. I'm bringing someone to share their story when it comes to the BULLY phenomenon. So I've got a very special friend. Bye, ladies.
Should I go?
Yes. So I can bring only her.
Thank you.
Because her story, I don't want any interruption for her story.
I'm trying to leave.
Just press that cross up. All right. Thank you, Laye. Thank you, Sugar, my sister. And thank you, my lovely former schoolmate, Dr. John J. Now I've got my very good friend and sister.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. How are you doing? I want you to share your story with us. You did say you had a similar experience to what the girl went through. You've lost some weight.
Yeah, the thing I told you I'm preparing for, so yeah. But I'm fine. We'll talk about that one later. Okay, so this is touchy. So if I cry, it's okay, it's normal, right? So as a diplomat's daughter, an ex-ambassador's daughter, I got the opportunity to go to different countries. I left Nigeria when I was 9.
So I can't even remember schooling in Nigeria or that experience. So anyways, we went to Germany first. Schooling was okay. The language barrier, I kept to myself. I was skinny. I had the strong accent. I kept to myself. Then we moved to Guinea Conakry. It was cool too. Language barrier as well. Kept to myself. But once I got to Yankee, once I got to Yankee and they enrolled me in high school, that is when I experienced my own B word, right? The kids in America, mind you, we're both black, right? But because I'm fresh off the plane, because I didn't come to America on a boat, so I'm fresh off the plane. I have the accent. In class, when the teacher asks you a question, 2 times 2, you raise up your hand, auntie, me, I know the answer, auntie, I. That's what I was, I was used to growing up, right? But, they will laugh at me and they'll be like, auntie, who's your auntie? Or when it's lunchtime, everybody's going to the lunchroom, they'll be me, they'll make jokes when I'm walking down the hallway, they'll say I'm smelling, they'll call me all sorts of names, they'll call me African booty scratcher, they'll do ah wah 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 wah, all of them, they'll be chanting ah wah wah wah, they'll put me inside the trash can, they'll lock me in the bathroom. Sometimes when my mom makes food for me to eat lunch, I'd rather eat it inside the bathroom because I know if I go to the lunchroom, they'll just make fun of me. It's just so humiliating. So when I watched that video, what that girl went through and she kept her composure, I've been there. I've done that. That was me. I'm 32 now, but imagine you just standing there and someone is just slapping you and you're taking it. You're not retaliating. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just standing there and taking it. That was me. And then imagine being put into a trash can and then being locked in the bathroom stall. And that's all your high school memory. I graduated at 15, 16. I have a late birthday. So when I graduated, I was just so happy I was out of that high school. But before I graduated, I couldn't take the B word. I couldn't take it anymore because I'm like, it's either I drop out of school and that'll be bad on my family's name, or I just let my mom, because my mom was living with us then, I'll have to let my mom know, mommy, this thing they're doing to me in school is even getting worse. Rewind. The house I was living in the subdivision, right next door, I had a family friend. They just came from Nigeria as well, Igbo family. 3 girls. They enrolled in the same school I was in. But because I was like 2 grades higher than them, I took them like my little sisters. They went through the same thing. Their own was even terrible. They will, from the school bus, they'll start being them, the B word, to when they get off the school bus, they'll beat them, they'll drag them by the hair, they'll pull their braids out. It's just so crazy. So the thing is, I want us to be able to have a conversation with our kids.
All right. Before you go any further, I want to say something. All of you that are running abroad with your children, my children get a better life in America. Sheona, they see waiting and they go through for America. She went to school in Nigeria, she did not have such memories. She went to school in Europe, she did not have such memories. When Daddy Freeze starts talking, really like Daddy Freeze is, if it's so bad, why don't they come home? By the time your children are old enough to come home, they're already damaged. Let's also deal, yesterday, that's why I said I'm coming back today, that Canada, Nigeria, we are coming back to it. We talk about, listen, in Nigeria, you have poverty. In Nigeria, you have no light. In Nigeria, you cannot make money easily. In Nigeria, abroad, you will deal with the kind of mental health issues nobody ever prepared you for.
Right.
The kind you have never read about in books, the kind you will experience the unexperiencable, especially in high school. And nothing will do these children. Nothing will do. Last, they go say, may they no go house for 1 week. May they do detention. I wait and they call them.
Yeah, they'll just give them detention or a little, pat on the back. Finish. They're back to school the next day or the next week.
Ah.
It's so traumatizing.
And it is very bad in Canada and it is very bad in America. and also in the UK. But the worst, I think the worst, no, the worst is America, followed by Canada, then the UK. That UK own, if you chook your picking knife, forget knife for him body. We're going to talk. You see, because Nigeria is bad, Nigeria get this one where you see a slap, they slap him. Was that how you were slapped every day?
Oh yeah.
Every day in America.
And like I said, when I couldn't take it anymore, I had to go to my mom, break down, start crying. She said, Kilo day, why are you crying? Kilo shele. I said, Mommy, I cannot go back to that school again. Only if you want them to carry Okumi and put it inside casket and give you. The bullying is too much. I can't take it anymore. I hate school. My favorite class was English class. I hated going to that class because the teacher was an African woman. So my mom was like, take me to that English class that you love the African woman, because that was the only African woman in my school. So I was like, okay. She said, take me there, let's go. Oh yeah, Nisho. She wore her clothes. We entered school. After school, we saw kids coming out. Of course, school was over. She said, take me straight to that class. I went to the class. Thank God my teacher was still there. I forgot her name, but God bless her heart wherever she is. That was the last day I was bullied. The last day, my mom spoke to her. They went to go and speak to the principal and say, if they touch my daughter anymore, don't you guys have surveillance camera? How does a child go to school? She'll come back home with bruises and feeling sad and depressed, and she can't do anything because we trust your school. That's what we're sending our kids to your school for. We know it's a public school, but damn, so she spoke to the African woman, please, I beg. My child just came from Africa. Take her as your daughter. Anytime they want to bully her or you see anything going, sorry for the word, you see anything going on with her, let me know, call me, let me know, please. So after that, the next day when I came to school, that African teacher, I had a class with her. She said, Oju, call those girls that bully you, that beat you. Call them after class when everybody has gone for lunch. We're going to sit in here. We sat in that class. She spoke to every single one of those girls. I remember their names. Tiffany Walker, Tanisha Jackson.
Tiffany Walker! Come on here, you say they bully. Yeah, I don't want to use the word. Mention all their names, their papa.
I still know that it's engraved, it's written in my head.
This is the America people are running to.
You guys are black. She's African too. You're black too. Guess what? You came on a boat. She flew here. She probably flew first class. Stop bullying her. You guys should be one. She's smart. You guys can learn from her. If I see any more threats towards her, you're going to be expelled. That was the last day those girls ever touched me.
So let me ask you a question. So the Oyinbo people never did this to you?
My school was predominantly black, so I'm sorry. So maybe like one Oyibo, but it was a black school. So.
But that one Oyibo, how did that person react to you?
We didn't. I don't think we're in the same grade. But whenever I see that person cross the hallway, the person is always head down, like an emo kid, like just tunnel vision, because they know what they are going to go through if they open their mouth or try to be friendly with others in school. So they just kept to themselves. Me too. I kept to myself. I'm known as the African Buddhist crasher, the whatever that just came from Africa. No problem. Let me just be by myself. But where I was driving to was after that day, like I said, they stopped. It ended, and then of course I graduated.
Please, you've not called the name of all the bullies, oh. You called Tiffany Walker.
It's okay. The three main ones.
Mentioned their name again.
Guess what? With that Tiffany Walker, yes, I said it with my full chest. Tiffany Walker, what you did to me in high school. Guess what now? You are now, I don't want to mention where you're working now, but you're now asking to be friends with me. You're following me on my Instagram. You're telling me, oh, you're so proud of me. Look at how I've taken life to the next level. Yes, whoever is listening to me on this platform, if you're being the B word, if you're being, leave it. In the front, your greatness is coming. Those people that did that to you, they will come, they will apologize, they will say they're sorry, but you need to speak up for yourself. Don't let them win. Because when they have won, you have lost. Don't let them don't let them see that they have power over your emotions, over your feelings. Because I think that's what happened to me. But after that, I spoke to the Tiffany Walker. She even follows me on my Instagram. She likes my pictures, my posts, but she doesn't have the mind now to say, Ojuolakpe, you know, what I did to you in school, I'm sorry. But I wrote her a message. I told her how traumatized I was by what she did to me, her and her carcass. And you know what? She apologized and said, you know what? My bad. That was in the past. You're glowing. You're doing well. I'm proud of your growth. So they'll always come back and apologize. So whatever you're going through right now,
who are the other ones? Now only Tiffany Walker with Sabi. Who else?
Tiffany Walker was their culprit, their ringleader. Forget about the rest, that the freeze. Those three girls that I mentioned their name, they know their self.
Mention the other two. We didn't hear the other two.
Tiffany Walker, Bianca Wilson. What was the other idiot goat's name? Tiffany Walker, Bianca Wilson, Shenika something. I forgot her last name. But those three Akata girls, they showed. Those three young ladies, they showed me Ping Pam. And I don't know if Princess Irele is listening to this. She was my neighbor that I said that moved from Nigeria. They were young, small girls. And I made sure I took care of them, put them under my wings. You know, they went through their own attacks and everything in high school. But now look at us, we're all doing well. We've grown up. Those kids that did those things to us, they're either incarcerated or they're locked up somewhere, or they're baby mamas with like 20 kids, you know, living in the ghetto, in the slums. So don't worry, honey. Whatever you're going through now, that girl that was slapped multiple times and you stood there and you took it, baby girl, your future is bright. And those people that did that to you, it is well, Daddy Freeze. Thank you for letting me share. But we go through it all around the world. It's happening in America, Nigeria, everywhere it's happening. Let's just be able to talk to our kids. Kids, also talk to your parents. Don't wait till it has reached you here, like me, before I had to cry out to my mom. Have that rapport. Talk to her, mommy, this is how I went. This is what went on in school today. Oh, they put me inside trash can and locked me in the bathroom. They poured ketchup on me. I stayed in the bathroom to eat my lunch that you cooked for me. Because if I take that lunch, that jollof rice and efo that you made for me with a little bit of iru, if I take it to the lunchroom and warm it, it will be smelling everywhere and they will be making fun of me. They will be laughing at me. So I had to eat that cold lunch you made for me inside the toilet in the bathroom, mommy.
Hey!
I'm tired. Don't wait to that extent. Anyways, before I start crying, let me go. Thank you, Daddy Freeze. I miss you.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Just be strong. And find it in your place, in your heart, to forgive Tiffany Walker.
I forgive her.
Yeah. It's good to let it out. But I can't say I know what you went through. I remember when I was in school, there used to be one guy that I used to bully. I was in secondary school. He was like 4 years my junior or 3 years my junior. The boy just used to annoy me. He's a senior advocate of Nigeria now.
You see what I was saying?
If I see him now, I will call him your learned silk. He's been a senior advocate of Nigeria for 15 years. He grew very fast. Do you understand? So I know what it's like. I've been on the receiving end and on the give. Boy, see, when we are giving, it's not like 20 slaps. And when we are receiving too, it's not like 20 slaps. You understand? This one was a bit. And in that our day and time, it was more permissible. I'm not talking about abroad. I'm talking about Nigeria.
Okay.
They did it to the seniors, and you as a junior, when they are doing it to you, you will hope to become a senior so you can do it to other people's children.
Juniors,
you understand? So ours was an age grade thing.
Okay.
Those before you will do it to you, and you will do it to those after you. And then they try to reduce it every year, and then we don't want to agree because we're juniors. They will harass us. They'll give you stone and tell you to go and buy meat pie and cook. And they're not born you and make you come with meat pie and cook. So you come begin, they beg people, say, please give me. That time meat pie was 50 kobo. Coke was 50 kobo. So you be begging people, please, can I have 1 naira? So people now gather 1 naira for you to go and buy coke and meat pie for senior. The senior pick stone from floor, say, take, buy me 2 meat pie. Sorry, buy me 1 meat pie, 1 coke. The senior even nice. Tell you, say, make you go buy 6 meat pie. Anyway, see you now. Frustration, it go frustrate your life. You know? So at the end of the day, it wasn't as bad for us as it was for you, because it was a system that we also benefited from.
Okay.
But you did not benefit from the system.
At
All it did was press you down. And whether we benefited from the system or not, it's not a system that we should encourage. It's not a system that we should foster. It's not a system that we should give the light of the day to blossom. It is a system that should end. And it can only come to an end if we decide to bring it to an end. So thank you so much, Ojolakwe, for sharing your story. I'm sorry about what you went through. And sometimes I see it in you because this is not the first time you're mentioning it to me.
Oh, wow. You see? Wow. Oju, let it go. It's trauma.
It's not the first time. It's not the first time you've mentioned it to me. You've mentioned it to me several times. And you don't even realize it. So that's what worries me. Have you ever been de-traumatized?
I mean, I've done therapy. It doesn't bother me, trust me, but I've done therapy.
Because you don't even know that you've mentioned it to me several times.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You've even mentioned it to me once on a live. So that means it is bothering you in your subconscious. And here's what I worry about. You've forgiven Tiffany Walker. You guys literally chat on Facebook, but it is still this much of a burden to you. So I think I'm going to try to talk to you privately. I'm going to try to talk to you one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can pick it up from there.
Okay.
Try to let it go. Try to actually let it go. Maybe I'm going to post this video on all my social media platforms. So just use this as an outlet.
Okay, Daddy Free.
It's okay. Let me see your face. Be strong. Be strong. Be strong. Oju, baby.
I am.
Oh yeah. Be strong. Be strong. I'm gonna call you and we're gonna talk. Okay. You know, you're very special to me.
Yes, sir. I know.
Oh yeah. Bele. Can you imagine childhood trauma? How old were you? When did this happen? 15 years ago? 16 years ago?
Yeah. Well, I came to America when I was 14, 12, 14, and then I graduated when I was 15. Yeah. That's when it happened.
Wow. So that's literally 17, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. You've shared it now. You've got to let it go. You've got to let it go. Growing up, I never enjoyed secondary school. I totally hated it. I don't know if I've ever said I totally hated it. And some of the guys there was one particular guy. He ended up becoming my best friend. He just despised me in secondary school.
For no reason.
He just used to run me down. And I used to look up to him because he was one of the very cool guys. I'm not going to mention his name. We became best friends. And when I mentioned this to him, I said, you know, you were very mean to me in secondary school. He said, I can't remember. He used to annoy me. We became, and there was even a time when Taste Buds and I were going through some issues. He was one of the people who helped us then. So you never can tell where, yes, he was mean to me in secondary school. I wouldn't say he bullied me because he was my mate. Or 1 year my senior, now repeated and joined us. You understand? I wouldn't, but he was just mean. I remember one day there was a party we had there was this woman, I'm not going to mention her name, but if you lived in Ibadan then and you knew me, you would know this story. She was a teacher, not in our school. Her husband was a doctor in Saudi. So they used to have a home lesson in her house, and I used to attend. My mom paid, so I used to attend, and I was cool. Then one day, the woman invited us. The husband came back from Saudi and was throwing a party, and the woman invited us that attended the lesson. I said, come and party with us. So we showed up. That time I could drive. I had finished secondary school. So I drove down with my sisters who all used to attend the lesson. So we're all having a nice time. Then the dad came around. That was the first time I saw asun in my life. So the dad paid for a full goat to be grilled. And they were preparing the asun. So I remember the dad complaining, she Asunye oti ready, is the Asunye not ready? Because the dad be like Jaye guy. You understand? So it was like, is the Asun not ready? So they were, so me too, I was this Asun that they are talking about. I want to see what it's like. I want to eat it. So I sat down. These were all boys in my set in secondary school. I sat down with all of them. Me, I didn't really care about them because I knew we're not cool like that. And I was waiting for the Asun. It would have been ready in another like 30 minutes. And I knew by the time I eat a plate, I would be able to go home and meet my curfew. Do you know this guy came? Now, the son of that doctor guy, whose mother had school, was my classmate too, from GSS1 to SS3. And this other guy that used to be mean to me was also there at the party. So this guy that used to be mean to me was the coolest guy in school back then. So he just showed up at the party. We're all waiting for Asun. He just asked them, are you the one that invited this guy? That one said, no, me, I don't know him. He asked everybody, including the son of the person doing the party. Now ask that one. You know, as they ask everybody, I don't know him from anywhere. I don't follow. I just sit on my own. But when he now asked the son of the person doing the party, say, do you know this guy? Are you the one that invited him? When that one said no, I had to get up and leave because I'm in their house. Am I going to tell him that it was his mother who was who was coordinating the lesson that invited him? Mother was cool. The father was cool. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's how the guy. I had to get up. I no chop Asun that day till I reached Lagos. Many years later, I no chop Asun. I just had to get up in shame and walk away. Now, guess what? The guy that started this thing never remembered this thing. He did not remember it. We became the closest. We became closest of friends. As in, the two of us, they go through your own thing. Me, I they go through my own thing. We confide in each other. He was so close to me that I lived in Cool FM. Then, living in a radio station. The amount of security. I'll just wake up one morning and come to my sitting room and see him there sitting down. He used to come to my house so much that the security people knew him. My house girl knew him. So if he came to the house, they would everybody would put. I said, Baba, you there here? How far? We go gist. We became that close. So yes, you can. And there are some of them that I still had that, but I had to overcome it. That one that he tell me, say, make I come out for him papa house. He lost for America. We no see him. No amazing achievement. Nothing. They say one day go marry one Mexican woman, she break in teeth. You understand? So, and Baba, forget to. I'm very proud of myself and what I've achieved in this life. You understand?
Yeah.
I have not met anyone of substance that says I don't know you. That I had to start introducing myself. I may not look like much, but I know how far I've gone. I went into the radio when nobody was going into the radio, and I made something out of the radio. And I left the radio and came online when nobody was online, and I know what I made out of online. Forget fame. They say fame without fortune is nuisance. I'm not a nuisance. This is a Rolex day date, 18 karat pure heavyweight in gold. So I thank God, but let me tell you something. I was at a point in my life I had to prove everything to everybody. I always felt people were looking down on me. Because of that. When I got to uni was a lot better. Primary school was cool. I enjoyed primary school. Uni was okay, not bad. I enjoyed uni except for the wahala, the confra wahala, we scattered the school throughout that period. But uni for me was okay. At least I could carry my head up. Secondary school was horrible. It was a horrible part of my life. Me and Dr. John J went to the same secondary school. Maybe he had it easier. And maybe because I was firstborn, I had it a bit rough. Secondary school. And that secondary school mentality followed me into uni. And it still followed me into the real world. I'm 48 this year, so that makes me 15 years older than you. You have to start getting your healing now so you can sit down with this Stephanie Walker and drink beer when you are my age. The last time I traveled to where this my friend was saying, I ain't drive me up and down from the time I still fight with him saying no get enough of my time. I still fight him and the report to all my other friends say, now Lord share. Say imagine I come this whole place. You don't get time to carry me up and down. Meanwhile, he was extremely mean to me in secondary school. But as God will have it, we became best friends. So always leave that room. Let me tell you, the greatest success you can ever have in this life, the greatest revenge you can ever have in your life is success. I'll take that again because it's telling me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The greatest revenge you can ever have in your life is success. Whatever you do in life, be successful, Jolakwe.
Yes, sir. I will.
Be successful. People will want to associate with you. They will forget the things they've done to you in the past. They will not, like when you told Tiffany what they said, was like, really? Me? They will remember say they teased you, but they don't know where the extent to which they carried it.
Do you let them know? Like this video, when you whatever, I want to send it to her. Like, do you let them know, or you just let it go and you let them? They want to be your friends now. You let them come into your circle.
When I drive in my 2023 drop top, wear my Rolly, and you know I like diamonds. You know, I developed. You see, that my same friend told me something in this life. He said, woman, I ain't they give man confidence. As a man, there was a time in my life I don't feel off clothes in front of a woman. I go the off light, I go the shame. You understand? I want to come. By the time you've been with like 20 girls, you go sit down naked for bed, and them go come and say, I know wear cloth. Why am I wearing cloth that I will remove? What are we here for? Please, auntie, enter the door and close my. You start to once I'm using this as an example. It might be a wrong example because I don't believe in that way of life anymore. I'm a preacher of the gospel, but I can tell you how I was. There was a girl that, at a point in my life, I think I was 17 or 18, we almost got down, but we couldn't get down because I couldn't take off my clothes. And it was not dark enough.
I don't understand.
I was embarrassed.
Of what?
Of taking off my clothes. No more. My 1 hour don't finish again. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed my stories. If you're watching on TikTok, please remember to pop my money guns. Okay, guys. So I don't like ending at a juncture where we didn't say goodbye properly. So I'm gonna say this. You need to develop. I wish I could get Oju back here for a minute. Abruptly, yes. Sadly, I'm going through so much on Instagram because of comments and the way people have been handling my live shows and the kind of stuff they do and say. You understand? So I'm truly sorry for that abrupt end. But I want to tell you something, and I'm going to say this to you, and I'm going to call Oju one on one because Oju is someone I'm close enough to have certain conversations with, and I see her as a very strong woman. You need to gain confidence in yourself. You need to force it sometimes. For me, I think I'm one of the most confident people you can meet in your life. I think I got that from my dad. I'm lucky. I wasn't always like that. But because I had it in me, I was able to develop it quickly. Let me tell you something. As I did like this, they go troll me for social media. I go still carry my family, go watch movie for cinema. I go still drive convertible for Lagos. Baba, they do me anything. Now, when you troll me and the trolling affect my bank account, that's when it worries me. But say you are trolling me online, I will greet you, says, how are you doing? And I will troll you back. I've learned that thing. People come to my page and insult me. Baba, do you know the joy I derive when I give them a very good yap and put them on my page? They insult me. They get 30 likes, 30 comments. Me, I put them on my page. I get 2,000 likes, 1,000 likes, 800 likes. I will drag you. I will drag you back. It's for my mental health. So you not be feeling somewhere that you have won me. No. Now you are dragging me. I'm making money. I'm dragging you. I'm still making money. What are you making inside? One guy had 69 followers. He dragged me. I drag him back. He had 85 followers. Okay, you gained 14 followers. What did you get from it? What did you get from it? Me. I got mileage. Better mileage. So you would always, unless you are a big brand yourself, you would always lose. So here's to everyone who has been down that road before. Develop your confidence. Make sure you look good. One of the things, they don't want to see you look good. That is why when I go out with taste buds, I put a picture up there. I put it up in your face. I put it up in your face. Somebody said, Daddy Freeze, why are you showing off your Christian Louboutins? Because I know you cannot afford it. That's why I'm showing it to you. So it can pepper you. Don't be angry. That's why I'm putting it out there. So you will see that I'm not your mate. Raise your standards. Put your chest up. Pity looked me one day, said, Daddy Freeze, compared to you, I'm humble. Anybody will know Pastor Toby Askan? That day, I was flying business class. I bought $20 live, $20 internet, just to torture people. As they were serving me the food, so I was sitting there crossing like every new food I was showing them. I said, can you see what I'm eating now? You day your village now, you just chop about finish. You buy the eba kolobe. If you did get to, you understand what is kolobe. Normal eba go small like this, they'll put soup. Kolobe go big like this, no get soup. Or I'm a shon. They will buy ordinary eba, chop eba without soup. On shon eba. O shon eba, I want jet caviar. On shon eba, I want jet tuna. On shine power lobster. Confidence key. It help. Don't let them press your neck. Those ones they bully people from my secondary school. Never forget anything. I be celeb. No. Don't let anybody give you any otherwise message. I be celeb. I dey sign autograph. You fit get money past me. Do you know how many people I've met? I met one guy one day, was forming for me. His mother just came from back. Daddy Freeze! He give the son phone, make he take our picture. I took the picture with a smile. Show me the like say you don't know me. I met this guy in a shop in London where colleagues of were same secondary school. Ain't on the form like saying no. Now the mama tell and say, that's the guy I was watching yesterday. Maybe you say you went to school with him. The guy come, catch away the form like saying no me. I look him as in, Baba, my face was like this. My heart was like this. Baba, I was laughing. I say, you the form for who? His mother. Baba, let me tell you, some of my audience, now old people. As in the guy just saw Daddy Free, the inside shop for London. For Lighton Coca is here. For Lighton, if you are here, say something. We went to the Richard Mill shop. Richard Mill. Bond Street, London, the most expensive watch brand in the world. The security guards in front of the shop were Niger boys. As they see me, they just begin hail me. Richard Mill. For Lighton Coca, Taste Buds was there. For Lighton was there. Her husband was there. You fit tag am. Make you say I lie one lie. Now for that's for Lighton right there. Make I pin and comment. Make you know say I know the lie. Richard Mill shop. She was still Old Bond Street. Richard Mill. I'm not talking about Chopard or Cartier. Richard Millie. One of the 2 reasons they allowed us, because they know they allowed normal people enter the shop. 2 reasons. For Lighton's husband was wearing a Vacheron in all gold. And me, I was Daddy Freeze. They don't get choice. They open door for us. Normally, they turn people back. They've turned people wearing Richard Mill back. They all look you size. You say, no, you cannot enter our shop. Well, they BI, there's nothing you can do. So sometimes, I say this to people all the time. Your success is the best revenge. Make sure whatever you do, you are successful. And sometimes when you are down, flaunt your success. Some people say it speaks for itself. No. When you are coming from where I'm coming from, when you grew up in the ghetto, when you were bullied in secondary school, you are not going to wait for the 20 years it will take for your success to show. You will rub it in their face like this. Hey, Damo. Waki bon lójú ni pé o lè fi Rolex yo yin won I'm joking, no. But sometimes it makes you feel good. You've got to stand up for yourself. I lived in the hood. And even in the hood, I experienced hood bullying. They get their own style. But at the end of the day, I made sure I did something with my life. And whether you like me or not, I know how far I have come. And that's my message to every single one of you. Don't go and fight anybody. Don't go lock anybody's share too. Not go beat anybody. Be successful. Make sure you are successful. I don't mean be rich. Be successful. Once you are successful, and if na pastor you be, if you not get money, you dey command crowd. Crowd they answer you. You are successful. If you are an accountant, just be successful. People would fear to talk to you anyhow. So, God bless. Love you all. Pop my money guns as you are going. If you enjoyed the session, we're on for over 2 hours. Mama Tuzi, God bless you. All of you who went through it, all of you listening to the sound of my voice, we went through this. Be strong. Be successful. Have a beautiful wife. Have a handsome husband. They walk. No. When you walk into me as you're like this, I walk into your venue, you go think say na me they do the party. First of all, I yellow. Even if I'm not fine, I shall not say I yellow like sunlight. Me Lucifer. My name na Lucifer. You see me walk in like the light. I bring the light in. Be successful, whatever you do. Ojo Lakpe, God bless you, my sister.